The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Wednesday, February 19th, tease that Hope Logan will continue to comfort Douglas Forrester. Douglas is all worked up and upset over the fact that his father has been spending time with Zoe Buckingham, and that's all thanks to Thomas Forrester's devious plan. As B&B viewers know, Thomas has just sent Douglas off to still all his feelings and angst to Hope over the fact that he is with Zoe, and the plan is working like a charm. Thomas is waiting in the wings in the backstage area while Douglas is telling Hope all about how he wants his mommy and daddy together, and how seeing his father with Zoe scared him. Hope seems pretty upset by what she's heard from Douglas, and that's just the way that Thomas wants it. Well, Thomas will get even more devious on Wednesday's episode of B&B. According to the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, he'll decide to put his plan into high gear and really force the issue with Douglas and Hope. He'll decide to host a dinner at the Forrester mansion for his family that will include Douglas, Hope, and of course Zoe as his state. But it looks like he'll plan for the dinner to be about much more than just gathering the family for some good food and family fellowship. According to B&B spoilers, Thomas is going to plan on proposing to Zoe right there at the dinner. In front of both Douglas and Hope. That's sure to send Douglas into a tailspin, and it will force Hope to think about what's really best for Douglas in this scenario. Of course, Thomas will be banking on Douglas having a serious meltdown over the proposal. He'll probably design the evening around his relationship with Zoe, with plenty of hand-holding and other public displays of affection for Douglas to witness. And he'll probably have even coached Douglas to be sure to tell his mommy all about what he thinks and wants for his family going forward. B&B spoilers say that Douglas will indeed take center stage at the dinner, so it seems like his reaction to the whole proposal scene will be a major family event. And one can imagine everyone's reactions to the whole scene. Ridge Forrester and Derek Forrester will probably be surprised but delighted that Thomas is finding happiness and moving on from Hope. And Quinn Forrester will know exactly what's going on, so she'll probably just quietly sit back and watch the show. But Hope will probably end up even more conflicted than ever, as she simultaneously tries to comfort Douglas and tries to figure out how to make his situation better. Of course, Thomas will be hoping that she ultimately realizes that the best thing for Douglas is for his mommy and daddy to be together. We'll see if she gets any closer to that revelation. At any rate, look for Thomas to start planning the big dinner and proposal on Wednesday's episode. He might tell Vinnie Walker all about it, or even Quinn, since the dinner will likely be hosted at the Forrester mansion. Something tells us that the proposal will be a big surprise that he may keep close to the vest until the minute the action goes down. And it's going to go down big. It looks like there will be a lot of B&B drama heating up for Wednesday's episode. Be sure to stay tuned to the CBS soap, and we'll be sure you provide updates as more B&B news arises. In Forrester Creations studio, Liam and Hope argue heatedly about whether Thomas is becoming a better person. Liam hollers that he's the same guy and pleads with her to tell him she sees that. He questions if Hope's love for Douglas has given her permission to lie to herself about Thomas. Hope decides they shouldn't talk about Thomas and tells Liam she does miss him. Their family's been shattered by the kiss, how many times over how many years? Liam's sorry he hurt her but insists Thomas is still manipulating and using his son to do it. I am going to expose Thomas one way or another. They revisit Liam's ultimatum and Hope won't abandon Douglas. Liam exclaims that he had the entire Forrester family as a support system. Liam, Hope apology bold and beautiful. In the design office, Zoe kisses Thomas in thanks for her birthday party yesterday. Her life is amazing right now. Douglas knocks on the door and wants to know why it's locked. Thomas lets him in, and he asks Zoe why she's in there with his daddy. Thomas explains she was thanking him for the party. Once Zoe's gone, Douglas complains about his father spending so much time with Zoe. Thomas says he likes her, then to himself, and it's going to help bring Hope back to me. Douglas wants Thomas and Hope together and urges his father to tell her he loves her. Thomas suggests he tell her. Douglas will. Right now. Douglas passes Vinny as he goes. Vinny asks Thomas what else he's done. Thomas recaps that Liam belongs with Steffi and he will end up with Hope. Douglas is going to make it happen. Vinny's upset that he's working his kid. Thomas protests he's doing it for him too. Vinny says he's obsessed. Thomas feels it's a healthy obsession. He reiterates Douglas is the key and he'll wind him up tighter than a top to get Hope. Vinny's upset, Zoe really likes him, and Douglas is confused. Thomas feels Douglas is his trump card. Hope will realize her place is with them. Thomas, Vinny talk bold and beautiful. Douglas runs up to Hope in the studio. She asks what's wrong. He says, Daddy and Zoe. Liam leaves them alone. Douglas tells Hope he wants her and Daddy together. He's scared about Thomas spending so much time with Zoe. Hope will always be there for him. Thomas listens as Douglas says that his daddy loves her and worries he'll lose her. Hope reiterates her promise, she'll do anything for him. Liam spots Zoe in the main office and remarks on Thomas covering his bases by giving her a party and buying her earrings. Zoe senses he still believes Thomas has ulterior motives for dating her. Liam says Thomas is using her. Zoe doesn't think Hope is on his radar anymore.